Good afternoon, Jason Phillips, autoappraise.com, out doing a pre-purchase inspection today on a 1970 Buick Gran Sport Stage 1 car. Cold start engine's at 68 degrees, floor's at 65, so she's cold. Paint code 28 Diplomat Blue, trim code 181 Blue as well. Go ahead and fire it up, please. Really nice looking car, full frame off. We're going to go through it here shortly. This video is going to appear in two parts, I think. We'll see. Back it out and get some more light on the subject. Engine is a 73 replacement block, factory 4-speed car. Has a lot of really cool OEM parts. Some nice documentation, including the original invoice, protective plate, original VIN sticker that was peeled off the door jamb when the car was repainted, original build sheet, still legible, numbers on the vehicle gone through by the owner / restorer and documented, and then a restoration book that I went through earlier outlining a lot of the restoration. Some really nice stuff. Historical document put together by Mr. Roberts, well-known Buick aficionado and knowledgeable guy. Potential buyer of this car that hired me is going to get 200 to 300 photos of the car and a video of us test driving this vehicle, which is going to be a separate video because I got to shut my camera back off to utilize it. But a real comprehensive restoration was conducted on the car. Quick reference picture of the WG stamp on the wheel for 69 and 70 only, Stage 1 and GSX. We're not going to pull the cap off and pull the air cleaner back off. Verified the carb number already. There's the distributor number that was written down. This number shows in the service manual that this is a Stage 1 distributor number. It's a 1974 unit anyway, but it is a Stage 1 distributor. It's a bare bones beer can kind of car. Convenience group, instrument group gives you your lights. Instrument group gives you your tack. Sonomatic AM radio. 4-speed, no power steering, no power brakes. Ground pounder. These original seat backs were taken out and restored. They look real nice. Headliner's all original in the car. Dash pad was changed, but original gauges, lenses, carpet's been changed, loop style correct, and the package tray was done. The seat surfaces were reskinned. Match up nicely to the original door panels. Original quarter trim in the back of the car.
Rear seats are original.
Rear seat trim is original. Yeah, just the front ones were skinned. Yeah, it's a great match.
Yeah.
Cowl tag indicates it was a second week of April build and predated original seat belts. Car's got its original wiring harness in it still, has been cleaned up. Very clean under the dash. Original hearse shifter and linkage. Original soft ray glass still in the car. Few just very small hairline scratches. No major roller marks going up and down, just a little hairline one right here that's probably not even going to be seen on the video. Glass looks real nice on both sides. Just some small general wear. Belt moldings were all changed. That's an original rear glass as well. Solex Herculite. Windshield's a replacement unit. Got the aftermarket sun stripe in it and the radio antenna. Actually, these belt moldings have not been changed. These are original moldings, cleaned up really nice, still in supple condition with the rounded chrome trim as opposed to kind of a boxier trim on the aftermarket ones. They look great. These original 69 and 70 wheels, WG wheels, you should be able to lay a quarter up here on this top shelf. If it doesn't fall off, it's correct. They got a little bit, we'll try that in a minute. They got a little bit of just general wear, a little bit of pitting, but overall really nice shape. The wheels on the driver's side have a little less general wear, and there we go. That won't stay on once we drive, but they're in really nice shape. They've been reconditioned very nicely. Original wide oval tires have been obviously replaced with some Cooper Cobras. Car's got 245 6015s on it right now, and they've got real nice tread. G6015 polyglass wide ovals was what they came with stock equipment. Taking a peek from the passenger side in, the detail is done real nicely. Multi-year restoration conducted. Glove box liner was changed. Shifter and components are all original. Paint was shot in base clear Deltron.
Yes.
And the reflective quality is probably a little better than what you would expect in 1970. Done with today's technology and materials. The owner reports putting about 400-ish miles on it since the rebuild, and there's really not much to complain about, even for stone splash and whatnot. Rocker moldings were all cleaned up and repolished. It's a super nice original grill that was cleaned up and reconditioned. You can see up along the top these little nodes that were used to originally hang the grill and then removed somewhere in the assembly process. But it shows real nice. Original headlight bezels with original style T3 lamps. A little bit of stage 1 pitting in a couple locations. Showing really nice for original components. A little more here in the bellies. The stage 1 badges are cleaned up originals. Gran Sport badges were replaced. All OEM mirror. You can see some light patina here on the top of it, and not much in the form of pitting. Real nice shape. general patina on the door handles, those are original as well. Stock OEM wheel openings. Original marker lenses, side marker lenses. This is an original nice 70 bumper that was sent out and replated. You can see that it's not your bumper boys style chrome. It's really nice what you would call show chrome plating. No real major damage. Looks like some work was done on it. The prep flaws are fairly insignificant. A little bit of wobble, wave in the edge of the bumper. A little light patina on the side there. Over here I pointed at this but didn't articulate. You can see a little bit of pits were chromed over in this edge, but generally speaking it's really nice. Gaps are really nice on the front bumper. Here to here is fairly consistent, slightly narrower under the interior driver's headlight, but the same path of action over here. No major dents. It looks like original chrome. It's reported as original chrome. A few small marks, but generally speaking it presents very nicely for an original unit. Now that we're outside, another peek under the hood. Very nice detail and finish, satin black finish on the firewall and on the inner fenders. Eastwood or similar product. Engine was all repainted. Casting number in the back and year. These are not available aftermarket. The original one's been reconditioned nicely. New stickers applied. Original stock manifolds. Steering gear was just cleaned up, super nice. Steering box. You can see the suspension was done in the same way. Original. Fan shroud. Thank you. I was getting there. Fan shroud. I'm sorry. Tall tower clamps. No, you're all right. I appreciate the help. This is kind of cool. This original hook that holds the upper radiator hose in place. Sometimes you see these missing, and in this case it's not. And this original retainer that holds the heater hoses in place, that's a pretty cool and rare piece. A lot of people threw them away. Not in this case. Period style battery cables, but we got an aftermarket battery. Radiator core is in excellent shape.
It's original.
It's a 3-core radiator. Antifreeze is green and up to snuff. Original plugs put in because this is a 4-speed car. But the tanks are reported to be original and the core record. The owner reduplicated these crayon marks under the hood. 37 for a 37 amp voltage regulator and MC for a manual clutch. They didn't have powder coating in the day, but if they would have, that's what the hood hinges and springs would have looked like. Those look really nice. Now this is kind of cool. When the frame was restored, these clips that were in place for the automatic transmission lines, the clip's there regardless if it's a manual or an automatic car. It was there when he took the car apart, so he redid it and put it right back where it was. This water jug, you usually see them yellowed out, but this one's in beautiful shape. And I don't believe anybody's repopping those. If somebody knows otherwise, leave a comment. But overall, really nice engine bay and engine detail. Super nice. We pulled the air cleaner up and got the carb numbers earlier. They match the ones that are written down that I recorded earlier. Brad pen purple oil on the stick. Level of restoration in the trunk is really nice as well. The skin lips look super nice all the way around the car. I know it's always hard to see when I shine up into the sun. Replacement aftermarket mat. Eastwood aqua splatter, a little tighter pattern than what sometimes GM used in the 70s. But the trunk looks great. Original jack was restored. The pan looks really nice. All the correct corrugation reinforcement lines that were built in the pan from original. There is a repair piece from an original pan here, about 1 foot by 2 feet, reported by the seller, but honestly, a guy like me could easily miss that. It was really done to a nice level of detail, much like the rest of the car was done. While we're getting the car up in the air, I'm going to go back around the body and paint again, but it's done really nice. I usually will come across a few various flaws, general assembly flaws or some minor stone chips, but the car, a lot of time was taken putting the car back together, and I don't see, that's high enough right there. I don't see much to discuss. The quarter panel splashes are just, they're still really nice. Coming back down the passenger side in the same fashion, you can see the reflective quality. My camera is somewhere around 18 to 24 inches away from the paint. Small little tiny ball pen, head size touch up there. Small little scratch right there under the door handle, but not much else to pick on. I'm Jason Phillips from Appraise, working through a pre-purchase inspection for an out-of-state customer, 1970 Buick Gran Sport Stage 1 car. If you need an inspection like this, 800-301-3886. Really nice. Before I get underneath the car, I looked at the restoration photos. 8.5 down low on the quarter panel splash, 8.5 just above the feature line, 13.5, 14.5 over the wheel well. This was the area that was cut out and repaired according to the restoration photos I looked at. See if I can get any kind of read at all. 30.5, that's good. And then moving out about 3 or 4 inches, 12 and 9. So right up in here, just like the photos indicate, 24. That's about $6 bills thickness of material. I've got still photo readings for the potential purchaser of the car to show them all around the vehicle, but that's pretty much how the vehicle gauges out, which is really nice. If this thing reads at all, that's a bonus. The gauge only reads up to 30.5 mils, or the thickness of about $6 or $7 bills total under the gauge. Quick view since we're backed up here as well. 9.5, 8.5, 16, right here, 30 and a half, 11, 20, 8.5. The restoration photos show some repair in this area, INFL. So right in here, a little bit of a repair for rust that was done. but didn't spread too far up into the car body. 17. So right here, let's see what the door corner looks like. One more time. 14. 18. A better look at the chrome now that it's eye level. Car's up on jack. Original taillight housings and lenses are in really nice shape. No major age cracks noted. This piece I failed to mention earlier is a reproduction piece. That insert. But again, the lenses are in, I don't know if that's too bright out here. It's hard for me to see what I'm recording. Nice finish. So looking up underneath the car, starting in the back, the trunk pan where it's reportedly repaired is not easily discerned. New plated hardware, new bushings, a little bit of paint flaking right there. Quarter panel splash returns are in really nice shape. Backing plates were all restored, aluminum drums all restored. Non-boxed lower control arms were rebushed. Big fat pipes exhaust.
It's all 2.5-inch stainless.
Yeah, you can see it's stainless for sure. X pipe in the center. These springs were replaced, ordered from the Buick Gran Sport Club, reportedly, and they're pretty picky about ride height, and those are as close to correct as are available. Wheel tub splashes and inner quarter panel splashes in excellent shape. Very comprehensive. Let's go over the other side. The rear end housing was all restored, cleaned up real nice. There was some pitting in the axle tubes, and it was unable to pick up any stamp numbers off the unit, but it's geared properly. It's reported as a 364 posi. Everything's spinning the right way. Spot welds along the bottom of the quarters, really nice. Didn't mention that gas tank's new, but I guess that's kind of obvious. Peeking in underneath the driver's door. Moldings were polished up really, really nice. A few little light buffer scratch marks there. They both look really, really nice with minimal age. Great for originals. Correct style lines replacement. All the clips were done in the appropriate colors for what was intended from production. Muncie M20. No VIN located on the tranny. But period correct for sure, and thought to be date correct, built slightly before the car. But again, not verified on this inspection. All the hardware, front end components, brake components, it's pretty obvious by looking. I don't need to talk much about what's been done. It's been done. A little bit of a drip, but nothing on the ground since we've been parked here and jacked up. Inspection plate is present, and no dripping coming down the rear pan seal. Quick peek at the front suspension and we'll get it out on the road. Frame rail extensions look really nice. Everything looks good ahead of the spring pockets. Really terrific detail on all the front suspension components. Nothing really different seen from here. Quick peek at the front pan seal. Looks pretty good. The fuel pump was painted kind of a gold anodized color. Just a minor drip underneath the pitman arm, but nothing on the ground. Satin black on all the control arms. Really good detail. I think I might have said that about 40 times under this car.
That's okay. More the better.
Little chip divot there.
What's that? No.
New bushings. Let's take it for a drive. I noticed the hood closes up really nice when you drop it. No need to come back and push down on the hinges or the springs. Everything works properly as it should. Doors open and close are really nice. Just a little 2-finger push. Lines are good.
Oh, it's got the new door seal.
Very nice. Okay. All right, we're fired up. Let's take off. I'll have the owner drive out on the way out, and I'll drive on the way back. Original pedal cover is still in place, by the way. I didn't mention that earlier. Odometer's at 05595. Jason Phillips from Appraise. I'm wrapping up a pre-purchase inspection test drive. Comprehensive peek at a 1970 Buick Gran Sport Stage 1 car with some nice original paperwork. Long-term comprehensive frame-off restoration completed by the current owner. About 55 miles an hour on a country road. Steering wheels hold real nice. I'm going to hit the pause button until we get down the road a bit. not have reverse lights. We got brake and turns though. Did you jiggle that shifter in reverse? Okay. What comes out there? Okay, my turn. Shifting at about 3,500 on the tach. That's 60 miles an hour. I'm watching the road, you watch the steering wheel's drawing a little to the left. Not drawing, the car's steering pretty straight, but steering wheel position is on the left side here, 11 o'clock. Brakes feel good. Clutch is engaging right off the floor. A couple inches of free play at the top of the pedal. Right in the middle of the road here. Hands off the wheel. Straight?
Yeah.